Hey, welcome to World War One Tuesdays with me and John.
G'day.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah, not complain.
You're looking a bit blurry there.
Oh, not my fault.
It's a cool T-shirt, by the way.
Cool.
Yeah. So, what you been up to since we saw you yesterday?
Well, I had a doctor's appointment. That was the highlight of my day.
Fun times.
Yeah, thrilling.
Your stream went well yesterday.
I think so. Yeah. It's a bit of fun. Didn't expect to see you there, but thank you anyway.
You don't sound too happy about it.
Oh, no. Literally didn't
grimace
expect to see you there.
Support you as best I can.
Bloody hell. Managed to get super glue everywhere. It's all my Twizzlers.
That's not good. We got up to step 5 last week, didn't we?
Yes.
Finished step 5. I've done step 6 and step 7 only because you work a lot faster than me, and I thought it'd be nice if you're doing that bit, I can be doing painting the engine.
Sure.
So
I haven't painted my engine yet either.
Because you've got to connect your wires and that, haven't you?
I do.
Whereas I'm not doing that, so.
Yeah.
So let's crack on with the chat. And today, the first comment goes to Mr. Marley.
He says in an accent much like my own, they see me lubin, they subscribin.
David at the Valley says, good day all. Hello, David.
Tiff says, hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. Please don't forget to hit the like button on your way in. Much appreciated, Ta Mighty.
David says, hi, Tiff. Yes, all done. Excellent.
Joe says, g'day all. World War One Armour. Let's do it.
Patrick, good day all. Sorry, not feeling the best today, so don't know how long I'll be on. I'll feel better soon, Patrick.
Yeah. David says, a little under the weather. Touch of flu. Ugh.
Yeah, seems to be going around at the minute, doesn't it? Adam says, afternoon all. Hello, Jockanese Mafiosa.
David says, afternoon, Mikey. Evening, John.
Hello. Aussie Ian says, good evening, thrill seekers. You won't get many thrills out of me and John.
No, sir. Jim said, greetings to our gracious hosts.
Hello, Jim. Jim also says, hello to all the usual suspects in chat.
Adam says he's on step 8.
There you go. So, yeah.
Look at this in a minute.
Yeah, I've done up to step 7. I realised as well, on step 9, we've got to put the steering shaft in.
Yeah.
But it doesn't show you where to do that. There's no actual step where it shows you where to put it in on the chassis. I don't think. Is there? Could be. Probably. Yeah, there is. Step 1. Completely missed it. But hey, at least it means I get to put the chassis flat on the desk. Adam says, so we are just one step ahead each. Yeah.
All right. Joe says, gosh, seems like the flu bug has hit our awesome group. I've been lucky so far, but I've had every immunisation in November. Yeah, it's better than getting every immunisation in the anus.
Yeah. Adam says, and in saying that, step 13, parts B53 and 54 don't have colour callouts, so I'm unsure if it's further on or not, but I couldn't see it. Step 13.
Yeah.
Well, the leaf springs will be just steel or painted chassis colour. Because they're just steel leaf springs.
I think it's chassis colour. So in step 1, there's a up in that corner there. It says 1, and it's got a 1 next to it, which is black.
Yes.
I think it's black. Yes, it is. So I'd imagine it would be much more of the same.
Yeah.
Although it won't, because it's the exhaust pipe going on the muffler.
Yeah.
Engine pipe. Either way,
Yeah.
your adventure.
Do what feels good for you.
Mystery Box Nick is listening whilst working. Good day, everyone.
Hello, Nick. The clues for tonight are devilish.
Are they?
Yes. I think so, anyway. Gary's probably guessed it. But I certainly haven't. Anyway, yes. So, let's crack on, because that's all the comments.
Excellent.
Hmm.
So, what time is Gary's live stream then?
So, Gary's live stream is at 8 p.m. UK time.
7 a.m. here. Well, I've got to get up in the morning and go to Fighter World anyway, so it could happen.
Ooh. We'll be happy to have you with us. We'll have a beer in your honour. Jim says, hello, Mystery Box Nick. And Patrick says, hi, Nick. And Adam says, merci, ma camarade. Right. So I've started recently, last few months, I've been using, instead of using Vallejo polyurethane prime, I've been using that one, the Mecha Colour one.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so much better. It dries really quick, and it's a nice matte finish on it. Don't know if I can. No, can't do that anymore. So what I'll do is zoom, zoom, zoom. There we go. There you go. There's a nice matte finish on it. Joe says, speaking of beers, Mikey, I had 2 more Guinness Extra Stout last night before bed. Yummy! Hey, he's been converted. I've got a stout tonight. It's not Guinness, but it's well, I've got Guinness Extra Stout in the fridge as well. But yeah, let's see, aluminium. Adam says the UMP primer is pretty good, Mikey. I use that alongside the Galeri stuff now. Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Oh. Very cool.
There we go.
All right. Now, I haven't really thought about what I'm going to be doing on this dash. I do need to paint the engine block and the chassis.
Yeah. Bit of water. Right, and away we go.
Well,
I need a bit more light. Trevor's in. He says, hi to all. Hello, Trevor. Patrick says, hi, Trevor. There we go. And took part in Moz's live stream again last night.
Very good.
Yeah, well. An interesting conversation. I thought it was anyway. Which brings me to the question is, does anyone have any topics they'd like us to discuss today? Obviously, model related, hopefully. But before anyone gets too carried away. start expecting us to solve the world's problems.
Yeah.
Oh, careful. You'll incur the wrath of modders. Wonder how long do you reckon? Bear in mind, last time when we did a mini art kit with the omnibus, every time we estimated how long something would take, it usually took us about 3 times as long than what we expected. How long do you reckon this build's going to take?
Oh, I really have no idea.
I think it's going to be a fun little build. It should look really nice when it's done. Joe says, I do, and I will ask tonight, have you two used both a mini air compressor and a regular compressor? I use a mini one and I just have not got the results I want airbrushing. Frustrated. Ooh, good question. Never used a mini one.
No.
But I can see why there would be disadvantages. Yeah. I think Waitrose would be a good one to ask that of, because he's trialing some different airbrushes and compressors at the minute. So, yeah. If he pops on or anything, you never know. Jim says, well, on a trivial note, yesterday, 23rd of February, marks 7 years since I moved from Chicago to Oswego. Time has passed swiftly. Wow. Yeah, yesterday was the 67th anniversary of the Welsh flag as well, being recognised as our national flag, which is pretty cool. Julian says, afternoon all. Hello, Julian. He says, watch your panel. Hello, buddy. Joe, maybe later on I will find a decent full-size compressor. Thank you. Yeah. You don't have to go massive. Like, you don't have to get one with a tank or anything. It's just get what you can afford, mate. And as long as you can enjoy the hobby, that's what matters. And even though I've got spray booth and everything, I still do a lot of hand painting, especially on stuff like this, because it's a lot more accurate. Matthew says, good afternoon. Sorry I'm late. Hello, Matthew. No worries. David says, afternoon, Julian. Patrick, hi, Matthew and Julian. Joe, Jim, I heard the Bears might be moving to Indiana. What the hell? Hello, Julian. Oh, Julian. There you go. Adam says, oh, wait, Mikey, I'm sorry, but I haven't been on stream since. Did you enjoy the rugby? Void him. Stick him in the void. Yeah, I'm not even going to be offended about it, because this year the Welsh team have been crap.
Actually, no, I was going to spray stuff. I won't yet. I'll put the gearbox together first, then spray it all.
Yeah, that's what I did, because once you got the gearbox in, then all this sits in the chassis. So you might as well spray all this and then put it in. Jim says, no experience with mini compressor. I'll post a picture of my compressor on Discord. There we go.
Oh.
Thank you, Jimothy. Julian says, rugby, squirrel.
Hmm.
Squirrel would have done bloody better. What the hell have they been thinking lately? I don't know.
I don't know. Who played who?
Wales versus Scotland.
That's why I didn't get any coverage here.
Yeah. It's also why Adam asks, he's Jockinese. It's all right. We'll just vote against anyone who plays England. Oops. Or we'll vote in favour of anyone who plays against England, should I say. In that, the three nations of the UK are united. Duke says, "G'day, all you beautiful people. We've had some wet stuff falling from the sky again."
Oh, it's good to hear.
Hmm. You don't get enough of it where Duke is, by the sound of it.
Comes and goes.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's been fairly dry. Like, the Andrew and Paul came up to Sydney on the weekend. They were saying how dry it was down there.
Yeah. Patrick says, a tank is better, otherwise you are spraying with hot air. I just have a cheap mini compressor with a tank from Aldi. Yeah, I've never had one with a tank, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I've got the tank from Aldi.
Mm.
It works. Yeah.
Matthew, I bought my Holden spray compressor for £70 about 28 years ago. Still going strong, unlike my computer, which is back in the repairers. But got some printing done to keep me busy. Oh, God. How much is it going to cost you this time, buddy? Be cheaper buying a new computer at this rate. Jim, strong signals from Indiana Joe. The Hoosiers seem serious in drawing the Bears across the state line. Good. Let Indiana fund a multi-billion-dollar franchise. We need our funds elsewhere. Doesn't sound like Jim's got any love lost with him then. Adam says, it's the old joke. The Scottish hate the English, the Irish hate the English, the Welsh hate the English, and the English hate the English. Yes. It's not far wrong. Matthew says, freedom. Duke says, that's summer for you in Oz. Or summer for you in Oz. Yeah.
Yeah. We're expecting rain, I think, late tomorrow. It's meant to rain all the next day, but, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Usually from the sky downwards.
Yeah. See, summer for us is usually somewhere between August 29th and August 30th.
Yeah. Of course, we get warnings from the Bureau of Meteorology not to go outside in between, say, the first week in November and the following January.
Yeah. Joe says, I agree, Jim. Julie says, PMSL Mikey, I think you're giving the team too much credit. Thinking, I don't think there was any going on. Oval thing, throw, who cares if he's not wearing red? Matthew says, £634 was the bill last week for his computer. Pondering which kidney I don't need. 634 quid, and it's still gonna have to go back in for repairs. That's ridiculous. You could buy a new PC for that. Joe says, do they love the heathens? We don't hate each other. It's just we're all united against the English. which is, of course, why I married someone who was English. Well, she was born in England, but she's raised in Wales. Jim, so that's why it's tolerable. Hi, love.
Go get a scratchy.
Jim says, looking at the Smear LRDG Chevrolet truck model, very nice. Lots of neat extras included. The extra SAS figures are very sharply molded. No. Jim, you need to get a channel sorted, dude. You don't need any special equipment or anything to do it. It'd be interesting to see your take on different models and things. June says, nobody loves heathens, Joe. Even other heathens. Boo-hoo, unloved look. Bloody southerners. The top's aluminium as well, so that makes things easy. Oh, me and John have decided on the next kit already, haven't we, John?
Have we?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to tell you what it is yet, though. But we have decided, and it's going to be pretty cool. It's one me and John both really like the look of.
Actually, you mentioned it to the better-looking Marley, and he said, "No, why do you think I'd have a problem with that one? Good choice." I'm just like, what?
My God, consensus. Was he feeling okay?
Oh, clearly not.
Adam says, no, Patrick says, sounds like a nice kit, Jim. Why did I think that said Adam? Nat says, greetings, everyone. Hello, Nat. How are you today? Waitrose. Afternoon, troops. Hello, Waitrose.
Hello.
We're talking about you, just. Because, was it Patrick? Was asking about compressors? No? Yeah. Was it Patrick? Let's go back. Just check. Memory's failing me.
No, I think it might be Joe. Patrick was saying he had the LD compressor.
Yeah. Yes, it was Joe. Joe had a question about compressors. He's disappointed with his mini compressor and is wondering if we had any advice or recommendations for alternatives, such as full compressors or tanked compressors. God damn it, I couldn't get my words out then. Skiffin says, morning all guys and girls. Hello, Skiffins. How close are we to the 48 now, Skiffers? Is it 24 days now or something? I'm sure it is. Jim says, very much so, Patrick. Glad I bought it. Yeah. Matthew, LRDG kit is a new mold, so you won't have the tires that disintegrate. Waitrose says, oh dear, were you? Yes, we were. Don't worry, nothing bad. And of course, don't forget, tonight, 8 p.m, we have Waitrose's live stream. 8 p.m. UK time, that is. So do make sure you pop in and join us. And you could win prizes. Adam says, so my character story is finally done for this interview. Brother Incenser Celis Wren. I so nearly said Brother Incester then. That'd be a whole different board game. Jim says, Mike, thank you very much for your encouragement, Mikey. You're right. Very minimal effort required to get my name out there. Exactly. Well, your name's already out there because you appear on enough live streams. So you've got everything you need. Just have to have the confidence to go for it, buddy. Hobby Time says, hi, guys. Hello, Hobby Time. If we can do it, you can, Jim. I'm sure you'll do a far better job at it as well. Joe says, bloody Southerners. Last night, while drinking my 2 beers, a video of the Dream Academy. Life in a Northern Town came on. Hadn't heard that since 85. Cool.
It's a good song.
Wait, Rose, I've used a TimberTech floor compressor for about 4 years and it works very well. There you go. See, we knew you'd be the man to ask. Hands are shaky. Damn it. Nat says, starting on Airfix 148 English Electric Lightning. Ooh, see, I struggle to even say the word English these days.
I haven't decided what my next build is yet either.
I've not. Nick once I've done that T15, Nick's wants once I've done that T15, Nick wants me to do the tactical fire truck.
Oh yeah.
But as you saw yesterday, I've also got a heavy Super Sherman that's arrived, and I've got the gyrocopter. I've also got a few. I've got a few things that I could be working on. So I'm not sure yet. I'm going to decide because I need to find a way of sort of finding a balance as well between family life and doing the channel and actually building my own stuff as well.
All right.
Duke says, good day, James. Question for you. With the Japanese sailor, is the life jacket part painted the same as the leather parts in your painting guide? Julian, Jim, judging by the quality when you join live streams on camera, I think what you have now is fine. Yeah, I do too. Go for it, Jimothy. And I like the name the Fixed Price Modeler as well. That works really well. That'd be a really good name for a channel, I think. What do you think, Nodge? He's disconnected.
Yeah? No, well, no, I just muted myself. I don't know how loud the fan is for you guys, so
we can't hear it, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good name for his channel.
Sorry, Fixed Price Modeler? Who?
The Fixed Income Modeler.
Fixed Income, who? Jim?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And speaking of Jim, he says, thank you, Julian. Joe says, I will wait a couple of months because I ordered a custom putter 2 days ago with my name engraved and everything. It'll probably be broken in 2 months. Julian, TimberTech, Fender, Spitzer, all the same company. As airbrushes have common connectors and good compressors, will last you a long time. Yeah. I think I've had mine for 3 years now. It does get a little bit hot, but other than that, as long as you're not using it constantly, it's fine. And to be honest, because I clean the airbrush after using it every time I change colour, it has plenty of time to cool down anyway when it's spraying. Waitro says, a nice intermediate desktop compressor is the Seren Air from Galeri. Their upcoming Turbo X one looms good, looks good, but the one I saw was a bit on the noisy side. Could have been a prototype though. Yeah. I think A little bit of noise from it isn't too much of an issue, is it? Really, you get used to it. Like mine's a little bit more noisy because I've got it on a wooden stool next to me, underneath my desk, like like an old footstool thing.
Oh yeah.
So I've got one on mine on there, so that I can, when I'm spraying, I can just put my hand under the desk and just adjust it as I need to, without having to lean over or anything. So it makes a little bit more noise, but it's nothing that's not tolerable. Skippins, there is a guide for you, mate, in the Discord group. I can email you. Jim, Joe.
No, I emailed that to Duke yesterday.
Yes.
But James, then Duke came back and said, well, there's nothing in that guide either that mentions a life vest. So we'll just go with the car key, I'd imagine.
That would make sense. Just go with whatever works. They'd have been faded working out in the sun all the time anyway in the Pacific.
Oh, that's right. Also, I was reading about the Zeros for the Tora raid, on Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
And let's see if we can pull it up. Oh no, I didn't print out that page of the instructions. But basically, what it's saying is, the aircraft for the raid were virtually new. Like they had not much wear at all. You see some really banged up Zeros. These weren't them.
Yeah. Well, for them, it was pretty well, yeah. And the torpedoes were all adapted and everything, weren't they?
Yeah.
So that they'd work in shallow waters. Little wooden fins on the back. Jim says, Joe, do you have a Harbour Freight franchise in your community, Joe? I bought my first generic compressor there for the modest price. You can see what they have available online. Yeah. See, this is why live streams like this are really good, because you get people all over the world that can give you advice and point you in the direction of where to find things, which is super. Joe, name for Jim's channel. How about Cheap Bastard Models Incorporated?
Yeah. Right. I'm going to do a very strange thing. Leave the camera there and sit down here for a minute. Yeah. So looking at like a step 6, putting the transmission together, I can't show people on screen because the camera's over there. But then when it's fitted to the chassis in step 7, there's a part at the front that goes crossways that I can't see in step 6.
Step 6.
So you've got the drive shaft above that. What the number 6 is pointing at.
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
Step. I think that just means. Good question, actually. So it's at the front.
Oh, look up Skull
That's the bit they've not told us to put on. Well, that's bloody annoying, isn't it? Huh. Apparently it's DA10, Adam said.
DA10?
Yeah. So I'll have to stick that on and paint it in a minute.
It is DA10, yeah. Very good, thank you. Was it in your instructions, Adam?
Adam's already gone past ours, hasn't he? So. And he's probably a better modeler than us. So. He pays more attention. Matthew, I was pricing up cameras for streaming as RC tankers seem to keep their skills and talents to themselves. Models that move and animated. What sorcery is this? Oh, apparently it goes on during step 10. What? So it does.
Ah.
Well, that's just madness.
DA10. Step 10, I've got DA6.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh my god, this is so confusing. No. Okay. DA10. So if you look at step 10 and then go to the right-hand picture.
Yeah. It does go on.
Yeah.
Later. Okay.
Phew.
Okay.
We're not idiots. Well, not in that respect. Jim says he's laughing at Joe. Or you could call it the haggling American haggler or something. I don't know. Yeah, I like fixed income modeler. That's cool.
I did.
Julian says, broken on or join 100 golf balls in the lake you posted on Discord, Joe. Joe says, I will lube and subscribe no matter what name, Jim. Yeah. And I'm sure everyone who watches these lives will, because we all love Jimothy. Jim says, thank you, Joe. Yeah. Jim's like our American uncle, isn't he? The American uncle of the channel.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not looking bad. Patrick says, I'll watch your channel, Jim. Yeah. Now, my air pressure is Fengder. Had it for about 4 years now. Been good so far. I think mine's Fengder. Not had any problems with it. Just got to remember to drain it now and again, especially in the summer when it's humid. Adam says, I put the character story into the Discord because it's long. Stop bragging. That'd be fun. I can't put mine in Discord because Malcolm's in Discord and he's not allowed to know what my character's backstory is. Ha ha ha. Skiffin says, sorry, Duke, got my head in the 3D printer. You could 3D print a miniature version of your head. That'd be fun. In fact, that'd be a really cool little detail to put into your model, James. Just do a little 3D print of your head and stick it on one of the figures. So that when people are looking at it shows, they go, they realise that one of them's quite right. So they look deeper and they realise it's you. I think that'd be quite a funny little twist. Joe says, yes, Jim, I do, and I will look. Don't know why I'm worrying too much about this being too neat, because I'm never going to see it once mine's closed up. Duke says, no problems, James. Julian, why did Japanese pilots have a car key? Oh, car key. Should have gone to Specsavers. Very good, Julian. Skiffins, yes, John, that would be fine to use that colour. I will relook at them later.
Cool. Thank you.
Joe, broken Julian. Actually, I have outgrown throwing clubs. I will. It will last me till I die. Well, that's what the wife tells me. What she said, she'll kill you if you break it. Skiffins, John, is that your new faraway camera?
Yeah, I just too lazy to move it all again for a moment.
Don't blame you.
Normal transmissions resume.
Yeah. June says, Joe, be careful. She may mean broken over your head. Joe, yes, Julian, you're right. She played college volleyball and can smack it good. We don't need to know. Adam, that's what we're here for. I have more updated instructions anyway, so it's all good to ask. Yeah. Absolutely. Patrick, our water trap is a must for compressors too, Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it, especially if you live in a humid area.
I have 2 of them.
Adam says, I've decided not buy any new kits or stuff until the 48 auction. Want to do my bit, even if I'll miss half of it because of sleep at work. Or sleep for work. Sleeping at work. Don't think his boss would be too happy about that. What colours are that part? There. Where are you? That bit there. Hell, there you go. 4. What's number 4? Jim says, good day, Duke. And Duke says, g'day, Jim. And Matthew says, Mike, I thought you'd be having 4 Remy guys standing around it scratching their heads whilst the cavalry horse fixes the engine. Copper. Okay. Ooh. Sounds like the posties just been. Oops. Duke says, has anyone used refillable watercolor paintbrushes filled with decal solution for brushing on their decals? I've been using one for a while now. They're great as you don't need to redip. It's not a bad idea, actually. Might have to try that. It'd save the solution getting contaminated every time you dip it as well. June says, bugger, once changed GP, family doctor in the UK, but only 3 in my area. 2 I'm out of their catchment area, the other is mine, and they're utterly incompetent. Yes. Unfortunately, that's the case for a lot of people in the UK at the minute. Adam says, I do Duke, works great. I might have to have a look. Getting some point. Yeah. Did you finish your Hamden yesterday?
Yes. So I've got the antenna or the long wires on, but I haven't given them a coat of black paint yet.
Yeah.
But I'll show you.
Essentially, it's done.
Yeah. So you can see it's still pink, but I've got the long wires on, and then I've got 2 drops down to these little circles in the fuselage area. It's where they go straight into the radio set.
Yeah.
So yeah, like they're there. I haven't even trimmed them. Just let that sort of set. But yeah, it's
nice.
Done. Oh, and looking at it, I haven't painted the fuse impellers on the bombs either. Oh, God's sake.
Adam says, have one with fix and the other softener. More control too, and the heads are slightly stiffer so you can move the decal easier without the hairs going wild. Yeah. I've not done a lot of decals lately for some reason. Don't know why. Don't think I have anyway. I did the omnibus ones. Didn't do any on Lanchester because all there was a number plate. Matthew says, Adam, if you use ChatGPT and Messier, you can design and print your own Peace Mallet figure for yourself. Yeah. That's cool. I did quite enjoy doing them, the little ones, but I think it'd be more fun with doing a bigger scale version. Oh, Matthew, I need to talk to you as well, don't I, about those 1/6 scale water cans for the Vickers. Julian, Mikey, refillable pens, £4.59 on Amazon for a pack of 6 different nib sizes on each. Thank you, Julian. I may have to look at getting some. May use a bit of the channel money to do it. Skiffin says, John, you would be proud of me. I did a Marley and stuck the blast doors on backwards.
Open the blast doors. Open the blast doors.
We can't. Why not? They're backwards. They open into the fire. Adam, for the UK folk, Modelers United sell lovely rigging in various scales for like £4. Nice. Adam, Matt, I don't think it'd be very good if I start printing Peace Mallet while attempting to get a job at Peace Mallet. Yeah, well, they don't know, as long as you don't put it on your YouTube channels or anything. It's all practice, isn't it, buddy? Not that we condone stuff like that, obviously. Games Workshop, don't sue us. You litigious bastards, you. Skiffin's refillable pen. Yes, it's a great functional idea. However, word to the wise, do not leave them full. Empty after use. Good idea, otherwise they can leak. And no, my luck, they will leak everywhere. Following Ghost says, hi everyone. Hello, Ghost. How the devil are you? Julian says, silicon tip brushes for applying decals, masking fluid, etc. Oh yeah, I've got some of them. For clay modelling. Matthew says, yes, I can do the flimsy water cans and Vickers ammo boxes in 1/6. That would be awesome. Thank you, buddy. Julian, one day my brain will work. Link for those refillable pens. Bless you, Julian. We know you're trying, buddy. Don't worry. Oops. Duke says, Japanese sailor singing, we didn't start the fire. Is that one of those old people songs? Closer to Vera Lynn than modern music. Saying that isn't most music we listen to. Okay. That's not looking too bad. Patrick says, hi, Ghost. Duke, I store mine upright so they don't leak. Good idea.
Sorry, you're talking about the marker pens?
Yeah, the watercolor. the refillable watercolor pens.
Oh, those ones, right? Okay.
Hmm.
I thought you were talking about the AK markers for a moment.
I don't know. Julian, Duke, laugh out loud, Duke. Oh yes, they did. Oh no, they didn't. Adam, honestly, I wish a few more brands would do less sell massive sales and go to the Games Workshop style of doing a mini of the month you get for free from your local shop. Yeah, that'd be cool. Julian, yes, I'm trying. Apparently, very. This is a good thing. Yes, of course, mate. It's always a good thing. Duke says, "How dare you say that Billy Joel is old music?" Dude, Billy Joel was old when I was young. We've got 25 people watching and 11 likes. Are we not entertaining you today? Adam says, Airfix feels like DFS with the sales at times. Would be better if they calmed a bit on it and gave kits out for new folk or whatever. Yeah, maybe. Except from obviously the Models for Heroes sale. Keep that going as long as possible. June says, we didn't start the fire was a Billy Joel song in 1989, Mikey, before your time. It's a year after I was born, so I wouldn't remember it. And I never really grew up listening to Billy Joel. Matthew says, yeah, when they play your favourite song on the Classics radio station, when they start playing mine, 9 Inch Nails and Rammstein on Radio 4. Yeah. I like Rammstein. Joe says, that's because I liked early too. And Patrick says, them's fighting words, Mikey. What do you think about it? Anything after 1970? Is it? 45. Let's have a look. So 41 years. So yeah, anything after 1985, or anything before 1985 is now closer to Vera Lynn than it is to modern day. Because it's 81 years since 1945. So if you half that, that's 1981. So if you're born before 1981, you were closer to the World War One than you were to World War II than you were to modern day. Adam says, "Oh, I wouldn't stop any charity sales or such. It's more having Airfix emails and getting them every day with a new sale. Nearly, yeah." Joe says, new music for me is Nirvana. I like Nirvana. Julian says, Mikey, you never really grew up. Listening to Billy Joel was superfluous to that sentence. Yeah. Gotta say, I agree with that. Duke says, so technically Billy Joel isn't an old song then. Isn't old then. I don't know. Billy Joel was out before 1981, wasn't it? Or wasn't he?
Yeah, it's like 1973.
There we go. Old as the hills, mate. Matthew says, young whippersnapper. Julian says, Duke, I was 19. Matt Muck says, a belated hello to all. Hello. That sump is aluminium as well, which is strange. Some plug, rather.
All right.
I can see this going really well. Trying to paint a little sump look without getting it on the rest of it. No, it's not happened. So, of course, once it's closed up, this is pretty much going to be the only part of the engine that you get to see.
Oh, the sump.
Yeah. Duke says, "No, Julian, I was only 19. Isn't that right, John?" No, that was Red. That wasn't John. That was Redgum. You're right, John. You must have really windy shorts because it sounds like a bloody tornado going off that microphone then.
Well, funny you should say that because the fan I've got is actually called a Vornado.
Ah.
But, I need to have airflow here. Otherwise, I'm just going to soak through the T-shirt. So.
Yeah. David says, so Glenn Miller is out there, Mikey. No, I like Glenn Miller. I didn't say I don't like old music. It's just old music. Julian says, be back in a bit, Kara here. Matthew says, it'll be magnesium alloy, not aluminium, Mikey. Yeah, but I don't have magnesium alloy. And it says to paint it aluminium, so it's close enough. Nat says, I normally listen to brass music, got lots of CDs, and normally in car BBC radio too. I like listening to classical music mostly and jazz.
I mix it up. So today I had, apart from the Hello High Rollers podcast,
that's good.
It's bloody hilarious. I just put on random music. So the first one was like Tanika Takara with Twisting My Sobriety, and then from there I just thought, oh no, I'll just play that. So I was listening to the album Night and Day by Joe Jackson.
Nice.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I listen to quite a few things, but my main ones are classic jazz and rock, bit of heavy metal. Just
rock
a little bit.
And or roll.
Yeah. No. I absolutely do not like Elvis.
No, he's got some a couple of good songs. Like I reckon every time I watch that Suspicious Minds from Vegas, like when he's at the peak of the sort of like he's starting to lose his he's starting to get more girth and all that sort of stuff like that.
Yeah, he's starting to get forgetful and things.
Yeah, but oh my god, a consummate entertainer. Like and he's doing all that recording a track, and he sort of goes down and whispers and stuff, and he goes over to the backing singers, and he scares the crap out of one of them, just by sort of like sneaking up on her and sort of yelling in her ear, and she just screams on stage. It's fantastic to watch.
Yeah, my mum loves Elvis.
I'm not really a fan. I mean, I did go to Graceland just because we were we just drove to Memphis.
Well, it's just the thing you do when you're there, isn't it?
Yeah, but I came away just thinking, the rest of the people that were there that day went because they're fans, and I'm just going around looking at all the clothes and everything. Like, it's a sailor's hat from some movie, Yeah. It's like, why even keep this stuff? Just throw it in the what do they call it, the charity bin.
Yeah.
But, it was good. Yeah. It's funny now because like all the conspiracies about like Elvis is alive and working at McDonald's and stuff like that. Now nobody says that anymore. It's like the rumor that Paul McCartney died. Everyone just assumes that. Well, actually, he's the most alive of them.
Yeah. I will admit I've got one Elvis CD, but it's not. It's Elvis's songs, but played by the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra.
Okay.
Or the London Philharmonic, rather. So, yeah. Patrick says, next he'll be saying Pink Floyd is old. They are. My
Oh.
dad used to listen to them before I was born.
Fantastic. Best concert I've been to is Roger Waters, I think, doing the Dark Side of the Moon tour. Just amazing.
I remember when I was young, underneath my nan and granddad's house, they got a cellar, and they've still got some of the stuff from when my dad and his brothers were teenagers and stuff. And I had to go down there to sort some stuff out one day for them. And I said, Granddad, why is there a load of Black Sabbath like posters and stuff down there? And he went, oh, they were your dad's. And I went, what? And he went, they were your dad's. And I went, Dad used to listen to Black Sabbath. He went, oh yeah, he loves stuff like that. I said, all he listens to now is Kylie Minogue. I said, what the hell went wrong?
Well, he should be so lucky.
Yeah. Matthew says, Discord is going to be rammed full of Billy Joel and prog rock now. It's all right. I don't pay attention to the music channel on there, to be honest. So it's fine.
On what?
On Discord.
Oh,
there's a channel for music videos and stuff that people can share. Joe says, Mikey, please release Glenn Miller. We miss him in the US. I'm pretty sure even if he hadn't gone missing, he'd probably be long gone by now. Joe says, yeah, Joe Jackson is good.
Yeah. It's like the album, Night and Day, and I'll grab them actually.
Yeah. I do actually quite like singers like Vera Lynn and stuff as well. I like the old wartime stuff. I quite like the First World War songs as well. They're quite good.
These two in particular. So Body and Soul and Night and Day. Absolutely fantastic. Every single note.
Yeah, I was just saying I quite like First World War songs as well. Some of them are quite funny. Like the Mademoiselle from Armentières and things.
Oh, I don't know if I know that one.
If you listen to the lyrics for it, it's quite funny.
Well, I hear on good authority that Hitler had only one.
It's basically about a more senior lady of the night in Armentières. Basically, it's about the British soldiers going up and asking her if she speaks English and stuff like that, or if they can talk to her and things. And saying that she hasn't been kissed in 40 years and things like that. The old widow sort of thing. It's quite fun. There's a song called We're Here Because We're Here as well.
Oh, yeah. It's a bit like the song that never ends.
Yeah. Or the song that will get on your nerves. By Joe Pasquale. Joe says, you don't like Elvis? Okay, this is war. What the hell? I'll never admit to liking Elvis because my mum loves Elvis, and she spent, like when I was in my teens and stuff, she's always like trying to convince me to listen to Elvis.
Well,
she'd have it on in the car all the time. Stuff. It's like, no. But my mum's favourite, whenever I try and talk to mum about music and stuff, and because like I said, I really like classical music and jazz and things like that. And she always says, "Oh, stuff classical music is it's not proper music. Like it's literally the foundation of all Western music. How can you say it's not proper music? Well, there's no words to it. That's not what makes music."
Well, it really depends on which ones you listen to.
Well, yeah. Opera has words to it. I quite like opera. Matthew says, Elvis works in a chip shop in Merthyr Dudvale.
Yeah. So as long as he cooks me a hamburger and batter, we'll get on.
Yeah. Sausage and batter as well. That's quite nice.
Let's get that bit of glue there. Come on. There you go.
It's quite tricky to get into all these little tiny nooks and stuff with a paintbrush.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. So I'm just putting this together, and then I'll sort of clean it up with the brush.
Yeah.
Brush.
Nice. Yikes. Nat says, think Elvis drives my GXO now.
I take it that's a car of some sort. Was it a Vauxhall or something?
Possibly. I'm not sure. Joe says, okay, I hate the Clash and Pink Floyd. There, they suck.
God. Haha, charade you are.
Who sung London's Calling?
The Clash?
There we go. I quite like that one. Only because it's at the beginning of the film Bravo 20. That's the only place I've ever heard it.
What's the name of that SAS series that people have been watching over there? Is it Rogue Heroes?
Yes.
Or is that something else? That's it?
Yep.
All right, so I did find an ad for that on SBS, so that means I will be able to watch it finally. Hooray.
Yeah, I just got the DVDs. They're not that dear over here. Jim says, Black Sabbath, the boys from Birmingham. Aye. Indeed.
That can't be straight, can it?
Adam, oh boys, putting the engine into the main chassis. That'll be fun. And he says, not fun.
Oh, it seems to have gone in, strangely.
That's what she said.
Oh.
Nat says, I'm listening to live rock bands at Bridge Tavern in Bradford with my dad, who is 82. Beer is a good price as well.
Oh, I'll tell you what, seeing Lou Reed in concert and the age differences of everybody in the crowd there was magic. Absolute magic.
I quite like it. Last time I went to a gig was, I think it was to watch Ferocious Dog. They're quite good.
Sounds like a lady of the night.
No, that's that band I was telling you about where one of their songs was about soldiers with PTSD, but he didn't. Just as they were about to release it, they recorded it, and just before the release date, his son, who had served in Afghan, took his own life.
That's no good.
So he delayed it for 2 years. And it's a really good song. I think it's called Far Cry. Adam says, my ringtone is Erica. It's a nice song. Okay. Duke says, I wonder if I'm one of the real men. Whoop, whoop, whoa, whoa.
Oh, yeah. So I think that's a reference to Joe Jackson, Real Men?
I don't know.
Would be.
I don't know, boo-boo.
If I said "Real Men" by Joe Jackson, you don't know the song.
No.
You need to listen to it. It's fantastic. It's very much ahead of its time. In 1982.
Jim says Vera Lynn wrote and recorded a song dedicated to those Tommies stationed in distant, forgotten China, Burma, India, titled "It's a Lovely Day Tomorrow." Yeah, she did. She did some lovely songs. Duke says the Elvis mouse was caught in a trap. Skipping says hamburger in batter. Wow, now I understand why you like Tim Tams.
Them's fighting words. Let's fight.
Nat says GXO is a logistics company. Oh yeah, because Nat's a wagon driver, isn't she? She drives trucks.
All right. So
Matthew. Oh well, being at a 40s night with a Fallschirmjäger singing "There Will Be Stukas Over the White Cliffs of Dover," while us Brits sing "The Day Dodgers." Because of course Matt used to do reenactment, didn't he? Or Matthew rather. Yeah.
What colour is 3?
Went to the 1940s weekend in Llandudno a few years ago. Did some photography there and that. And one thing I noticed was it was really, really busy, except from where the guys in the German reenactment guys were. They were literally sat in a group and everyone was just like splitting to walk around them without engaging with them. I actually felt quite sorry for them. They're trying to show you that history, the good and the bad. It doesn't say what colour 6 is. Not 6, the gearbox.
Steel.
Does it? 5. It's 5 steel, is it?
Yep.
Uh-huh. There we go.
Steel. So,
Skipping says, right, I have to leave. I've worked thing for the next hour or so and then back to the bench. No problems, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Make sure to lube and subscribe. Nat says, just wondering, do you do your models when live streams has finished? It depends. So, for example, today, I know that John will work a lot faster than me. So what I did was I got a little bit ahead so that I could paint whilst he was building his engine and stuff. Yeah, because he tends to work a lot faster than me. So, but sometimes if there's stuff that isn't really going to be seen very well on camera and things that we're doing, we'll do them off camera between the streams and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me.
I don't do too much off screen. However, I'm not the one that has to read all the comments and stuff. I could spend a lot more time while I was down.
Yeah. I think the clutch springs, clutch levers,
yeah,
I think they'd be steel as well. I don't think they'd be aluminium because aluminium would be too soft for clutch, the amount of force that's required. So I'm going to paint them steel.
Okay.
Or try to. Where's my metallic paints gone? There they are.
Yeah, so I need to work out like what I want to do, like the copper, the injection rail. Let's see, what have I got? I don't think I've got copper. Do brass. I'll take a few coasts.
Joe says, painting the cane of this New Orleans gnome for my wife. Spilled some of the coffee in the BRM paint and realized it's the perfect shade I needed. Who needs a compressor? There we go.
Very good.
What fortuitous happenings. Adam says 5 be steel, 6 be gunmetal. Aha, thank you, Adam. We've got 32 people watching. Nice. Julian says back. I say front. Matthew says used do battles against the SBG, the Germans from the Saving Private Ryan films. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. And that says Saving Private Ryan is a brilliant movie. Yeah.
Sure is.
I think it's what brought World War II back into focus for a lot of people my age as well. Because a lot of youngsters didn't really think about it until that film, and then Call of Duty and Medal of Honor came out and stuff on the game computers.
Hell of a thing. Like that, the first 20 minutes of that film, they're incredible.
Yeah.
And he just stands there with it, shaking hands, smoking a cigarette. Hell of a thing. Hell of a thing.
Yeah.
The 64 is brass as well. The water pump.
Yep. There's a film that I like from World War One film called Passchendaele, I think it's called. And it's about a Canadian soldier. And he gets wounded and then goes back to Canada and does like publicity tours and stuff like that. But then his girlfriend's little brother signs up, so he gets PTSD, so he gets put on a tour instead of sent back.
Mm-hmm.
But then when his girlfriend's little brother signs up, he says, "Right, okay, I'll go back over with him to keep him safe." And he ends up like saving his life and everything. But but there's part in that where they said, he's doing a talk to a load of doctors and stuff, and they say, "Oh, what's the most important thing on the battlefield? You know, to a soldier, is it tourniquets or stretchers or this or that?" And he went, "Matches." And he went, "What?" And he went, "Matches." He said, when you're in the middle of no man's land with shells landing all around you, your nerves are shot, and you go to grab a pack of cigarettes, your world falls apart if your matches won't work. He said, if you can light your cigarette, you calm down and you can carry on. So, but if those matches don't work, then your morale just goes to hell.
That makes sense.
I did find that actually. It's one of the things we used to do is when we were under bombardment, we'd just lie down under cover and light a cigarette up. So there's something to it, I think. Bombardment idea, indirect fire, we call it now, don't we? That was exciting the first time we went through. It was weird because the first time I went through it, it was actually quite far away thinking about it, but it still scared the hell out of me. But within a couple of weeks, I just wasn't bothered by it because I just got that used to it. Because it's happened like 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
You sort of become inoculated to it.
I was just, the first time it happened to me, I was just bored. My book was on the Herc, and we couldn't go back to the Herc and grab it, and went in the bomb pit, and so like 2 hours of just nothing to do.
Yeah.
It's just like I wasn't reaching for a cigarette because I couldn't smoke in the bomb pit anyway, but certainly, reaching for a Kindle I couldn't get hold of.
Yeah. I remember one of the days we were in the workshop and the alarm went off. So we had a snatch Land Rover in there. So we just went, armoured vehicle, that'll do. But stupidly, we sat in the back of the Land Rover and went, I really want a fag. So we opened the top hatch on the snatch and just sat there. So the corporal came in and all you could see was cigarette smoke coming out the top of this bloody Land Rover. Whilst we were all under attack. It was really stupid because if something had landed next to us or by us, the shrapnel would have come down through the hatch, defeating the whole purpose of being in an armoured vehicle anyway. Yeah. Anyway, comments. I've witted enough. Adam says, I used Vallejo brass. Was nice, John. Yeah, I like using the brass. I like their brassy brass.
I don't like this one. It works well in airbrush, but it's just
too gold, that one, isn't it?
Oh, it's not bad, but because the rail is so small that I have no choice but to paint it anyway. But it takes a number of coats. I mean, I'd prefer to use the AK brass.
Yeah.
But most of the brass on the Model T I went for the Gunz Sangyo stuff there, Mr. Color, Mr. Hobby, one of the two, and that's really good. However, their metallics do not last long.
No.
I went to God.
June says, make that if I grow up at 55, I might be leaving it a bit late. Yeah. Enjoy life. That's what I say. Make the most of it, because you're only here for a short time. Jim says, my favourite scene from Saving Private Ryan is when the Mustangs buzz the town near the end. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a definitive moment in that film. I just think it's amazing start to finish.
Yeah. It's weird because Tom Hanks did obviously did Band of Brothers as well, and one of the episodes he did was the one where it's Winter's last time he fired a rifle. And in the behind the scenes for it, he said in that one episode they used more ammunition than in the whole of Saving Private Ryan.
Oh.
Which is insane if you think about it. If you think of all the firefight scenes in it. Paul says, hi all, I'm back from physio and I'm really hurting. They beasted my ass, but I loved every minute of it. That doesn't sound wrong at all.
No, it's only kinky the first time though.
Yes. Don't remember. It's okay, Paul, just remember not to push back. Matthew says, one of my claims to fame is a mate did the props for Saving Private Ryan. He had one of the trophies that were presented to the guys who did American Airborne. He sold it to me. Matt Damon had one. I sold to my mate. Nice. I know there's a shop, military surplus shop by us. They do props from the film 1917, which is pretty cool. Well, it is for me because I like World War I stuff. But
so,
Julian,
sorry, are you doing any bronze on the engine at all? It does calls for copper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to remember what color. Metallic copper is number 12 in Humbrol. I might do that just for a bit of variety.
So, the easiest one, best one for me to go for in a minute is going to be that one. So, number 4. So 4 steel, isn't it?
Yeah. No, 5 is steel. 4 is copper.
Gotcha. Right. So I haven't got copper, I don't think. Polished gold. Glorious gold. Thank God I pronounced that one right. Oh, I have. I've got hammered copper. There we go.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I was going to send you over some, but you don't need it? Okay.
Thank you, buddy. Julian's put a link up to a documentary on YouTube about Passchendaele. Yeah. It's interesting. Adam says, it's to do with how the mind remembers things. So smoking tends to take you back home. I didn't smoke at home. I didn't start smoking until I went out to Iraq. It was just something to do. It's distract you, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't usually smoke as much as I was over there, but you know.
I was smoking constantly up there. I was smoking about 60 a day. I'd be working underneath Land Rovers and have a bloody cigarette in my mouth. Whilst I was under the Land Rover working on bloody electrics and things. Adam says, I've just read that one. Paul says, other news, I'm officially racing my mountain bike again in September for the British Heart Foundation, London to Brighton off-road in 1 day. I'm hoping to beat my best time of 5 hours, 14 minutes. Good gravy.
Bloody hell.
Good luck with that.
Well, the roads are very bloody thin, so yeah. Good luck. You mad bastard.
Yeah. Ooh, that looks nice, actually. I've not tried that. God damn it. Not tried that hammered copper before. It actually looks pretty good. Not that I'll ever see it again once it's closed up, but it's all part of the fun, isn't it?
Copper.
There you go, 62 miles. Yeah. Good luck with that, buddy. Nat says, well done, Paul. Julian says, Paul, are you sure they were physios? Did you forget the safe word, Paul? So, the top bit's 4 as well. Excellent. Paul says, Julian, no, I'm not sure. Joe, at the World War II Museum in New Orleans, we have a 50-minute movie with Tom Hanks narrating. It was 20 years old. Finally changed video with him at his current age. Fantastic video. Nice. A good documentary as well is the one on the Battle of Bamber Bridge. That's quite interesting. Which is actually a battle that took place during World War II on British soil in the town of Bamber Bridge between Americans and British.
Was that a misunderstanding, or was that?
That was the local villagers standing up to the Americans because they didn't want segregation.
Ah, very good.
So what happened was, when the Americans built the base outside the village, they went round to all the local shops and pubs and said, you have to make this whites only and whatever. So when the troops came in to the village, they said, right, now this pub's whites only, so when we come to the pub later, you're not allowed to let black people in or things like that. So all the pub landlords put blacks only signs on their doors and things. And then, because the Americans kicked off about it, they just said, sod off, we're not interested. And then a black GI went into one of the pubs, and a white military police guy came in and started having to go in about having a button unfastened or something. So the pub landlord told him to piss off. So he went to grip all the black guy. So next minute, all this pub full of villagers and British soldiers and everything all stood up and surrounded him and pushed him out the door. So he went back to the camp, got the rest of the military police, and said, they're turning on us, basically. So they went to their armory, got their firearms and their rifles and things, went down to the village, and there's a standoff in the village. And because the British people wouldn't back down and turn the black guy over to them, they opened fire.
Jesus, not their country.
Yeah. So the British people fought back against them and forced them back to the camp.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Did I mention I'd listened to the Cornerstone speech last week, just because it's been a while?
No, you haven't.
Are you aware what that is?
No.
So when the Confederacy, when they basically withdrew from the Union, if you like, one of their chief politician, if you like, had what they call the Cornerstone speech, where he was just describing the reasons for doing what they were doing.
Yes.
And tell you what, it's one of the most racist things you'll ever hear in your life.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Oh.
Yeah.
Found a duck in my pocket. The wars are still happening.
So yeah, apparently there's stuff like that sort of planted the seeds for the civil rights movement in America, because black GIs obviously came over to the UK and saw that when they were going out into British villages and stuff like that, the villagers weren't allowing segregation and things, and they were treating them as normal people. So when they went back to all that stuff, they sort of went, why the hell do we have to put up with it? Because obviously people in other countries don't treat us like this. So why should we be treated like that at home after we fought for the country?
That's fair.
So yeah.
So do you use Dirty Down Rust, or?
I don't.
I don't either. So I'm just going to give it a go. I don't know how it's going to go. So
I do have a light rust wash, and I have.
Let's try this. B65.
Top level. I have special effects corrosion, and I also have dry rust as well from Army Painter. Jim says, Paul, good for you. A worthy cause to cycle for. Best wishes for a strong ride. Yeah. May the wind be ever at your back. Matthew says, gets to me that I've done all this stuff in my life and now I'm stuck on the sofa because the cat's asleep and she's too heavy to shift. Yeah. It's weird life, isn't it? How life turns out.
Yeah. And a big shout out to the former Prince.
Nat says, my claim to fame being on TV about 10 years ago called Your Dancing Town with Old Silkstone Brass Band. I think it was BBC Two TV. There you go. My only claim to fame, or close thing to it, is when I was a finalist in the Welsh Veterans of the Year in 2019. And so I ended up in the paper for that. And I think it's the same year I ended up in the paper because I was a volunteer first responder with the ambulance service. And we went into the local schools and taught the school kids, about how to do CPR and things. And how to call for an ambulance and stuff. Julian says, laugh out loud, Paul. And Paul says, thanks, Jim. And Julian says, marker pen colours: aluminium, stainless steel, dark iron, gunmetal, black zirconium, red copper, gold, burnt flamboyant gold. There we go. Some interesting colours there. Right. So 3 is dark rust. Now I'm pretty sure I've got rough iron. What's rough iron like? Ooh, interesting. Light rust. Brown. I think corrosion on top of black would probably look like dark rust, wouldn't it?
Yeah, why not? Let's give it a crack.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you think it'd be iron, really, wouldn't you? Manifold. Give this a try anyway. Not that it matters, because, like I said, I'm not going to see it again once it's closed up.
What do we got? Half an hour left.
Yeah. Julian says, is StreamYard missing some of my posts? No criticism, just 2 comments missed out. It might be. YouTube might not be sending it through. It did it the other day as well. Not sure. Jim says, yes, Julian, 2 very recent comments I posted were yanked. Yeah. You've also got to remember that sometimes they get held for review as well, which, Julian, is kind of yours and Adam's job. Because you are the YouTube moderators.
Now, it's so step 5, part B65, the engine pipe.
Yes, the exhaust.
That one there, yeah. So it looks like it goes on the outside of that rail. It goes on the inside of the rail.
It goes on the outside.
On the outside?
Yeah, because it goes down the outside of the bell housing.
Oh, I see. So it's in between the main chassis rail and the engine rail.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Elvis has left the building. It's a Frank Zappa song.
Adam said, "Oh no." Julian says, "Let's go back to Julian. When I see posts held, I allow them as there's usually bug or offensive in them. What I might need to do is go into the auto mod and just turn it down a little bit." Adam says, "I know YouTube has an auto mod underneath that will just delete and hide specific things that no one has control over." Yeah, I might need to turn it down a bit and make it less strict. Matthew says, "Think it's something to do with YouTube." Yeah.
Well,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this colour. I think it needs to be a little bit brighter, maybe. Let's go for rough iron, and then maybe do corrosion over the top of it. Oh, god damn it. Why is that spraying everywhere? We've still got 28 people watching. That does surprise me. Ooh, it's actually quite a cool colour. Okay. Give that a try. And then get rid of that off my bloody hands.
So shake pot with a ball bearing rattling before every use. Does it have a ball bearing?
That's probably a good thing in your case.
It does. I could see it. It's stuck to the bottom.
It's obviously not been shaken for a while then.
There we go. That works. All right, then what? Dries for rust color in 1 to 5 minutes. Apply by brush or airbrush to plastic, paintwork, metal. The pot and the surface must be warm to touch.
That looks better. Doesn't look rusty, but it looks better colour.
May cause permanent staining. Good, that's what I want.
Julian says, "I think that's the root problem, Mikey, is YouTube not giving creators credit for policing their own channel, so doing stuff before it even gets to you." Yeah.
Well, that's the thing.
I can understand why, because I think the problem is you want the moderation on the comments in general, once on the actual videos and once the lives are finished, because you don't want to have to keep checking every bloody comment and stuff. But during the live streams, it's not really necessary. But they don't give you the option to choose a different setting for the live stream. If that makes sense. That's looking nice. Matthew says, "Quality channel and stream. Interesting subject. Not much World War I subjects about on YouTube. 6,000 videos of people making tiger tanks." Yeah. Well, we like World War I stuff, don't we, John? It's interesting.
Sure do.
So, yeah, thank you for the compliment there, Matthew. There you go. Yeah. Spread the word, buddy. Let's get more people watching. Paul says, "I just looked at my Garmin GPS watch. I maxed out at 34 miles an hour on the way home. No wonder I overtook a bus." Back here, over here, you'd be doing speeding, mate. Julian says, "Judging by the models you, Gary, and Nodge do, Mikey, I have decided I want to be as good when I grow up." One of the comments YouTube binned. Okay. Weird. But yeah, trust me, our work looks a lot better on camera. Well, mine does anyway. John's is good anyway, apparently, from what I've heard. Ooh. Wait Rose has just had a look at an AK-135 Land Rover 88. Really cool. Yes. They also do a recovery version as well that's got a crane on the back. It does look cool. I was going to get the 88 one at Telford last year, and I very nearly got it. And I was like, no, I'll leave it there for now. I've got enough to do. I keep saying that and then getting kits anyway. I do have a Wimmick to do as well.
A Wimmick?
Yeah. So a Wimmick is a stripped down Land Rover. So it's the chassis and the main body, but the back of it's been took off and it's had roll bars put on instead. And then either like a Milan missile launcher or a 50 caliber machine gun strapped to the top of it. And it's for long range desert patrols, or the RAF regiment used them as well.
Okay. In Australia, we call them a shitbox. Use it for paddock bashing and feral pig shooting.
Yeah. That's looking all right, I think. What's on there?
That's my...
Oh, no. Didn't want that colour on that. Paul says, watching you build World War One is really nice to watch others build something other than World War Two. Yeah. Like I said, we really enjoy doing World War One stuff. I find it really interesting.
No, I don't do it for the ratings. I do it for the enjoyment.
Yes.
And to hell with the channel that I'm trying to bring down from the inside.
Yes. Notice how I was very nice and didn't do that at all on yours yesterday. I didn't try to sabotage it at all. Because I'm a nice guy and not an asshole.
Ah.
Yeah. I do enjoy it. Matthew says, got to print that Toon Foden when I get the computer back. Yeah, that'd be cool. So Matthew's used... Matt, you bothered by... Matthew, you bothered by me calling you Matt because I keep saying it without thinking. Got to print that. He used AI to create a picture of a Foden, like a recovery truck with a Remy badge on the side of it and things. Like a cartoon one, like from Cars. We got eyes in the windscreen and stuff. That's pretty cool. Have you seen what's in the new merch store now, John?
The stuff that was done on ChatGPT.
Yes. So, Paul said he wanted this picture, or his kids wanted this picture as posters. So I put it in the merch store. It's too bright. Hang on. Come on. There you go. So that one's now in the merch store. So it's on posters and cups and things. The cup actually looks pretty cool. It's like loads of little pictures of that. It's nice and colourful. Yeah, there we go. Turn that brightness back up. Julie says, PMSL, Paul reminds me of two Paralympians in training in wheelchairs. They overtook a police car in 30-mile-an-hour zone and told off for speeding. Yeah.
Damn it. Can't see my dark rubber paint. How weird.
Alright, so what colour is that? So 4 is copper.
4 is copper.
So that one's copper as well. Okay. More copper it is.
Strange. Oh.
I need a drink. Oh, that's better. Nice cup of coffee. So, without me or John telling you, what subject or kit do you think me and John have chosen to do next? Let's see if we're not going to tell you whether you're right or wrong, but it'd be interesting to see what you can think of.
Oh! Can I have a go?
You can, just don't give him the answer. Because that's kind of spoiling the fun. Bear in mind that we're talking about Tuesdays, which are World War One build days on this channel. So it's going to be a World War One related subject. Matthew says, it was funny last week. My daughters wanted me to write stuff so you'd read it out. I should have said, we'd have said hello to him. Adam says 15 minutes warning. Thank you, buddy. Adam says it's a helicopter. It is not.
No, sir.
They didn't have too many of them in World War One.
Well,
Matthew says hemp fire truck. No. I do need to get that started at some point, though. Once I've done the T15. Paul says, when I was living in Dorking, not far from Leatherhead, Surrey, I used to speed going downhill on the road from the top of Box Hill. I got pulled for speeding and overtaking at 45 mile an hour. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's not for me. You'd love the hill by us. It's an interesting one. Junior says, note to self, if you're doing a 3D print, it really helps if the bloody micro SD card is in the printer and the printer is actually on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, Julian.
There's a Box Hill in Melbourne. It's one of the suburbs, obviously, because we don't have any really original names. Although, like, we've got Aboriginal words like Narre Warren, which is Aboriginal for bad place. Tens of thousands of people live there.
Patrick says World War One aircraft. Maybe. At least we're in the right half of the century.
We did mention World War One.
Yeah. And they still guessed helicopters. Matthew, male or female tank A7V as the German Leopard is the 2A7V.
A7V.
Yeah, interesting.
The German's Leopard is a 2A7V. Okay.
Interesting.
Yes. Well, the Australian Army had Leopards before Abrams.
Yeah. They don't even make their own military vehicles then. Well, they do, but not many.
We did. The last one we built had a big dick sticking out the front, so we didn't do that again.
You built the Bushmaster, didn't you?
Yeah.
That looks better. Paul says that's in a 30 mile an hour zone. Jim says guess balloon for artillery observation. Interesting. They do have Zeppelin kits. Adam says, well, they had one kind of that was sort of a helicopter, but more a gyrocopter, and you guys are weird. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Matthew says, Women's Balloon Corps.
Oh, in fact, I think he's talking about the thing that you bought.
Ah.
The Sierra C31 or something like that.
Oh, I didn't buy that.
Oh,
the gyrocopter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't buy that. Same as the Super Sherman. It was sent to me. by a very kind person. Adam says, and was a prototype and never worked and doesn't have a lot of it, but still, you guys are with. Yeah. Matthew says Sentinel. Ooh, interesting. Waitrose says, ooh, my Hamden TB Mark 1 is on its way. Nice.
Wonderful. You will enjoy it.
That's going to be... Oh, it's copper, isn't it? Yeah, so that's fine. Shit, hands are shaking. Yikes. Do you know what? I'm actually enjoying painting this little engine.
Good.
Some people apparently think we're quite mad for enjoying mini art kits.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah.
No, I think they make some of the coolest subjects out there.
Yes, I'd agree.
And not only that, they make them full interior kits. Some of them.
Yeah.
Like air conditioners and satellite dishes and all that stuff. It's just really, really good stuff.
Yeah, I'd agree. Adam says, that's World War II L. John. I'm going to see if Moz is actually going to do it. If not, I'll buy his. Ooh. Matthew says, Sentinel tank is one with a Penistone machine gun. That's interesting. And he says, Sentinel, I think, made World War I lorries. Nice. I tell you what would be cool to do. A traction engine.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool. Or the... oh, crap. Come on, brain. Oh, I'm getting sick of my brain at the minute. It's forgetting things that I know is in my head somewhere. Julian says, Rebel 1/720th scale Hindenburg. Bonus if it's crap, you set fire to it and call it a diorama.
Oh, the huge
Holt
manatee.
tractor, that's it. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah.
The Holt tractor. That'd
That's
be a cool
what I was
mod
thinking
kit. Rodin do a kit of it, don't they?
They do.
But it's quite expensive.
Well, that aside, there's none available in Australia. I'd have to get it from Jedlam or something.
Which would make it doubly expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Julian's put link in scale mates for the Hindenburg. Thank you, Julian. Matthew, steam lorries for one of our dinosaurs is missing. I think it's a Sentinel. Yeah, the Foden did them as well. They also did traction engines. Adam says, just realised my radiator is damaged a bit. Oh no.
Oh no.
Sentinel trucks were steam powered, I think, says Patrick. Adam says, might want to check B34 35. B34 35 in which step, buddy?
Uh, 34, 35 are the two halves of the radiator.
Oh, yeah.
Step 8.
I haven't got to that yet. I'm enjoying myself too much doing this.
Let's have a look at them. Yeah, they're all there.
3. It's 3. Oh, of course. 3 is Dark Rust. So I'll go for the iron again. Crap. That one.
Does have a scratch on the front face of the radiator grill, but whatever.
Whatever, Trevor. Matthew says, yes, Patrick, my memory has gone bonkers. Bonkers. Julian says, Tool in 1995, so only 31 years ago. Yeah. It's weird to think about, because films like that we grew up with, like It's a Wonderful Life and things, are nearly 100 years old now. Which is crazy. Adam says step 8. Yeah. Adam says nothing massive. I'll just pop it onto the inside. Nice. Waitrose says heads up, BBC One show tonight. Chris Packham is talking Spitfires and models making with Models for Heroes. Yes, he is, with Malcolm.
Yeah, I did see that post. I had no idea what it was about.
Yeah, Malcolm's going to be on telly. It's going to be famous. What are we on? 3 minutes to go.
Oh, good God.
Oh, no. We're running out of time. Help us. We're slowly going crazy.
Do-dum, do-dum.
There you go. Oh. Fact. That with grass. There you go. There you go, man. I am really enjoying painting this. And I know some of the colours are wrong, but hey, it looks nice, I think. And that's what matters. That's what I think of it. There you go. Right. So there we go. Pretty much painted except for the gearbox.
Yeah.
Looks all right, doesn't it?
Does.
Yeah. There we go. How did you get on, John?
Much the same.
Much the same.
And yeah, I haven't put the plugs on yet, and there's the full bits of photo etch on the top there. But yeah, I've gone for I've still got the bits of rubber to do and finish off the brass on the water pump there. But it's come together. So it's all sitting there. It's in place.
Excellent. Joe says, great stream today, all. I will see some of you guys later on Mr. Evans' stream. Hope those under the weather feel better and get some rest or some Guinness. Yeah. And of course, don't forget to Lumen subscribe. Matthew says, the Grand Fromage signing autographs next week. Yeah. Paul says, your bus build got me back onto watching on the buses. Yeah. It's a good show, that.
Oh, sorry about
that. Also, if you want to learn a bit more about Malcolm, if you've never met him and you don't know his story and stuff, there is, if you go into the 1-to-1 playlist on the channel, there's an interview I did with him last year where we go through his childhood and how he ended up setting up Models for Heroes and everything. Patrick says, slowly going crazy. Adam, my custom masks for my MiG have arrived. Nice.
Oh, I had a notification a couple of hours ago saying that I had bought the Miles M52 from the UK, and it's been boxed up and about to be sent over.
Oh, you pulled the trigger in the end then?
Yeah.
Nice.
So if it arrives in time, I think I'll build that for the 48 and 48. We'll see how we go.
Nice. Paul says, thanks, Gary. Julian, 2,600 would be small though, 94 millimeters long. Yeah. Alien says, thanks, Gary. I'll definitely watch the one show tonight about M4H. Yeah, and don't forget, of course, to join me and Gary at 8 o'clock on his channel for his live stream. Obviously, he'll be presenting, and I'll just be sort of tinkering in the background. But you can win prizes on Gary's.
Prizes!
Yeah. Waitrose says, that is an awesome kit, John.
Yeah, I put it on your recommendation, Gary. Thank you very much.
Cool. So it was 2 minutes over the 2-hour mark. We've got 31 people watching. So thank you all for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. Our World War I Tuesdays again. Do join us on, obviously we've got Waitrose tonight. Thursday, 12 till 2, we've got Tornado build. So do join us for that. Until then, don't forget to leave and subscribe, and Hulvar for now.
Hooray. Kid Rock, you're Billy Vanilli.
More time on the